DNA is the genetic code that tells our cells how to make all the proteins and enzymes needed to survive. It is composed of 4 different types of nucleotides that get strung together. These nucleotides are called adenine A, thymine T, cytosine C, and guanine G. DNA is kept in the nucleus, and our proteins are made in the cytoplasm or the liquid part of cells. In order to convert from DNA to protein, the DNA needs to be converted into a different form that can leave the nucleus and enter the cytoplasm in order for proteins to be made. This process is called transcription, and the final product is called mRNA. The building blocks of proteins are amino acids, sets of 3 nucleotides called codons, and every mRNA molecule code for a designated amino acid. For example, the 3 nucleotides adenine, uracil, guanine code for an amino acid known as methionine. The enzyme that reads the mRNA and strings the correct amino acids together is called the ribosome. The ribosome is comprised of the large and small subunits, which are both composed of rRNA and proteins. The function of the small subunit is to actually read the mRNA. The large subunit, on the other hand, catalyzes the reaction that forms the peptide bond between the adjacent amino acids on the polypeptide. In humans, the ribosome monosome is designated as ADS. S in this case stands for the sedimentation coefficient and is a way of characterizing the size of a molecule. The small subunit is 40S and the large subunit is 60S. The sedimentation coefficient is an experimental measure, so it is not additive. That's why the 40S and 60S subunits form an 80S ribosome and not a 100S ribosome. Mutations in the proteins that make up the ribosome can lead to detrimental consequences. For example, if the wrong amino acid is inserted into the ribosomes inside of the mitochondria, important proteins and complexes that are needed to generate energy inside of our body will be negatively affected. If our body cannot get enough energy due to these mutations, then there can be some serious developmental consequences.